So there are two ways to cook in the combi. One, you set the time and the temperature, and then when the alarm rings, you check the final cooking temperature. The other option is to cook using the probe. So that's what I want to show you how to do. But before we cook with the probe, we have to do what we do to bimetallic stem thermometers, and that is to calibrate. So we have prepared an ice bath. We filled the container up with ice, and then we added water. We're going to place the probe into the ice bath. Now over here on your panel, and every unit will be slightly different, so check your operator's manual. We are going to select the tab for calibration. So here you can see the numbers, and they are giving you a readout of the temperature of this probe. So you can see the numbers are starting to drop. Just like with the bimetallic stem thermometer, once that needle stops, you would adjust. This works the same way, except that it's a digital panel. When the panel stops with the readout, then you're going to adjust this up or down to 32 degrees. When you're using the probe, you want to be sure to place it in the thickest part of the meat, and be sure not to touch the pan and do not touch the bone, because that's going to be at a higher temperature. You want to make sure this meat gets to your final internal cooking temperature. So we've got our chicken legs already prepared here. We've got it sprinkled with our dry ranch seasoning mix. So now let's cook it to a safe internal temperature. Okay? Thank you. So we'll place our chicken legs in the unit, and we will take our probe and we're going to place it right into the chicken leg. Okay. We're going to set it to our safe internal cooking temperature of 165 degrees. Now, as a buffer, if you want to go up to 170 degrees, that is not a problem, but at least 165 degrees. And we hit check, and now it's cooking. So the alarm is going to ring when that internal temperature reaches 165 degrees. Oh, our chicken legs must be at 165 degrees. Let's remove the probe. And okay, get our mitts on. That probe out. Okay, now we need to do another check for the final internal cooking temperature. So we're going to use our thermometer, and because this is such a large pan, let's check several. Ah, safe and yummy. You know, you may not always cook with the probe, so I would suggest to you to remove it from the oven if you're not going to be using it, and maybe put it in a Ziploc bag and mark it and keep that in the manager's office so you keep it nice and safe.